Hello, I'm on a roof in Oaxaca City, Mexico, and I'm going to review The Mandalorian Episode 3. And after that revealing introduction, let me tell you that more spoilers lie ahead. And you're going to have to put up with the roosters in the background, the dogs in the background, the occasional cow in the background, even the odd Jawa in the background. I'm still on the roof, risking burning my pasty skin just for you, and here come my thoughts on The Mandalorian Chapter 3, The Sin. At the same time, I'm going to show you some things I've seen around this beautiful city, and also to give you a break from my face. First off, I want to say, and I will say, that I'm happy that the Baby Yoda, or whatever it is, storyline is still continuing, because part of me was thinking, is this going to be a throwaway thing after a couple of episodes? Especially after we maybe lost IG-11 after one episode, and maybe lost Nick Nolte's Ugnaught character after 2 episodes. But now it feels that the first 3 episodes have really set up the biggest story to come, with Baby Whatever at the heart of it. Actually, in some ways, this episode almost felt like a season finale. It could have just ended here. That could have been the cliffhanger ending. Where's it going to go next? But in fact, we're only 3 episodes in, and I don't know where it's going to go next, and that's pretty cool. And we still haven't met Gina Carano's character, and also Gus Fring's character. I like that we're getting more on the Mandalorian culture as well, and the flashbacks to his childhood continue, and presumably will continue a bit more to give us the background on his story. It still looks like he was split from his family during the Clone Wars. We see separatist ships up in the sky, and also a super battle droid on the ground as well. And the other Mandalorians weren't happy with the Mandalorian working with the Empire, which to me suggests that the Empire were probably responsible for this great purge that they talk about. Purge, and a great one. Now, a disclaimer in case you don't know, but you might know that most of my Star Wars knowledge comes from the films. I don't know too much about the spin-offs, whether that be cartoons, whether that be books, comic books. So a lot of this for me is kind of new in terms of going into the lore with the Mandalorian culture. But I did read somewhere that they did, in the past at least, take their helmets off. But what we're learning here is that it's sort of forbidden. But I'm guessing with Dave Filoni involved, that will be explained at some point as the series goes on. So more on Baby, not Yoda. I was actually willing for the Mando not to hand him in. And the shots and the almost silence coming from him reminded me of Return of the Jedi, when Vader's watching Luke getting zapped by the Emperor, with his silence and slow movements making that thought process so visible. Well, until they did this. And for me at least, you totally get here the feeling and the internal struggle that the Mando has going on behind that mask. But he does eventually hand the baby in, but not for long. Then it's basically a really long action sequence to close out the episode, with great suspense and all of those wonderful Western vibes that Favreau promised. I also like the callback to episode 1, where the stormtroopers outnumbered him 4-1, and the Mando told us that he liked those odds in that episode and then backed it up in this episode. Oh, and there was also a rare moment where a stormtrooper actually hit his target. Well done, Buckethead. Well done. Overall, for me, this was probably the best episode yet, and I don't know where this thing's going, but I like where it's been already, and I want to know from you, is this your favourite piece of Star Wars content in the Disney era, or is it maybe heading towards your favourite piece of Star Wars content of all time? I'm pretty sure it's my favourite Star Wars content of the Disney era. My only problem is that the episodes are still too short, and that is, criticism in the form of a compliment. I just want more. Simple as that, but thankfully we have got more episodes to come. So talk to me in the comments, and cyber like this video if you did indeed real world like this video. And I've got more interviews. These are the actors you're looking for interviews coming up, including one with the only actor who's appeared in all Star Wars films, and that includes the spin-offs as well. So there is a clue for you. Also got more episodes of Where They Made That I've been working on, Mrs. Doubtfire, Lost in Translation, and there's more than those 2 as well. Plus my podcast, Hair for Radio, with me, Jamie Stangroom. Got a few more interviews, episodes of that coming as well. The next one will probably be with the composers of the Stranger Things soundtrack for the first 3 series. So all that to come. So if you're new here, take a look around, and why not subscribe, because this is the way.